Okay, so I've now got 2 of those, so let's put those to the side for now, and then we're going to work on his little beak. So we need to get some orange yarn now, and using the same hook as before, we're going to chain 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in our second stitch from our hook, I'm going to do 1 single crochet. Then I'm going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. And then I'm going to do a double crochet in the last stitch. Like so, and that's his tiny little beak. So we'll just cut enough so we can sew it onto the body, pull that through, and there's his tiny little beak. Bring back his body and start to put him together. So the first thing to do is actually sew on his little wings. So get our yarn needle, and the easiest way to do this is to sew through one tail end, through one hole there. Let's bring it up from the middle, like so, and then get the other end and sew it through. Probably skip that one and go for the next hole, like so. So they're both on the inside. It's a bit confusing with the yarn we're working with still. You can see there, sew it through like that. Then all you need to do is just turn him inside out a little bit and get these 2 tail pieces and tie a nice tight knot. Do a double knot, like so. You can trim the excess if you want, or you can just shove it on the inside. Helps with the stuffing, like so. And there's his first little wing, like so. And then repeat exactly the same with the other side. And there we have his second little wing sewn on like so. He's starting to look quite cute. Okay, so now we probably want to work on sewing his, I won't do the beak yet, I want to sew his eyes on. So a little trick for his eyes, oops, not the camera, let's put that to the side a sec. Really easy way of doing eyes for any amigurumi type of pattern is get a couple of lengths of dark brown yarn. Now this is actually very slightly thicker than the yarn I've been using for the body. It's actually a chunky yarn. But all you do is tie about 3 knots on top of each other. 2 or 3 knots. I think 2 is probably enough actually. Repeat the same for the other one. It's a really easy way of making eyes with minimal sewing. Let's bring back our little body. So I'm going to sew them fairly near the top, just before, probably the very last round, second to last round. So we get our yarn needle again and just get one end of your knotted yarn and thread it through. Try and make them look quite equal, so I'll probably go through that one there, like so. Then get the other end. Probably going to go through, not through that one there, I'm actually just going to go slightly in between. Like so. and then all you do is turn him inside out slightly and tie a nice tight knot on the inside, just like the wings. I'll do a double knot, like so. But there you go, that's one eye, so we're just going to repeat that for the other side. And there we go, then we've got his little eyes. And the reason I didn't go in the very top one is because obviously we need to close him up. I won't be able to get my crochet hook through. Right, before we sew his beak on, we're going to have to work on the flower, and you'll see why when we sew him on. So let's put the birdie to the side again and work on our flower. Okay, first of all, for our flower we're going to go back to using the white again for the centre of the flower, using the same hook again. I'm going to work 10 single crochet into a magic circle. So I do our dummy stitch first, like so. Then I'm going to work 10 single crochet. That's 1, 2, 10. And pull that to tighten, like so. And then just before you slip stitch, you need to get the colour of your petals, which is going to be our pink. And normally when we slip stitch, 6, 8, 10, to make sure I've got 10, let's go through our first stitch. Like so. Normally when we slip stitch we just grab the same colour and put it through, but because we're introducing a new colour we're actually going to pull through with our pink yarn for our slip stitch, and that creates a nice neat join of the new colour. Just make sure you put it nice and tight, like so. Okay, so after you've done that we're going to do 1 single crochet in our next stitch, like so. Then we're going to do a double crochet in the same stitch, then we're going to do a treble crochet in the same stitch again. So that's round our hook twice, through the same stitch, then you go through the first 2, then you go for the next 2, and then for the last 2, and that's all in the same stitch. And then we're going to do that in reverse in our next stitch. So I'm going to do our treble crochet stitch first, then our double crochet, and then our single crochet. And as you can see, that makes our first little petal. So repeat that round until we end up back at the start. So in our next stitch we need to do the 1 single crochet, then the 1 double crochet, and our treble crochet, and then we do it in reverse the next stitch. So double crochet, then our single crochet, and that creates our second petal. So I'm just going to repeat that round in the last 6 stitches to create 3 more petals, and then I'll join you again.